If you're thinking about selling your home, listen to this before choosing your price, because the latest Greater Asheville market report shows that sellers who chased the market spent nearly 5 months waiting and ultimately gave up far more money. Meanwhile, correctly priced homes sold in just 12 days. That was the biggest takeaway from Thursday's State of the Market presentation, and I'm going to explain exactly what those numbers mean for buyers and sellers. But first, I want to stop and thank Suzanne Moody with Dwello Mortgage, along with J. Michael Manley and Brad Puffer with Keller Williams for hosting another incredible presentation on what's happening across our Greater Asheville metro markets. Whenever we talk about the market, remember that there are really three markets: the national market, the metro market, and your specific local neighborhood market. They're all connected, but each one has its own nuances. A national headline can't tell you exactly what's happening in your neighborhood, with your property, or within your particular price range. So, what does the latest data show? Mortgage rates are currently hovering around 6.69% for a 30-year fixed loan. Rates move daily, but for now, I think it's fair to say that mortgage rates somewhere in the sixes are becoming our new normal. There may also be an interesting option for sellers and potentially a huge benefit for buyers called lock-in list. Now, as I currently understand it, this program may allow a seller to help secure a discounted mortgage rate for an eventual buyer, while the lender may match some or all of the seller's contribution toward a rate buydown. That could help a listing stand out while potentially lowering the buyer's monthly payment. I'm still getting clarification on the exact terms, limits, and qualification requirements, so speak directly with a qualified lender before relying on any specific savings. Now, let's talk about inventory. Greater Asheville had 5.4 months of housing supply in July. That puts us close to a balanced market with conditions that may still lean slightly towards the sellers. But that can change dramatically depending on the county and price range. Buyers have more choices, homes are taking longer to sell, and negotiations are becoming more and more common. In fact, 43.4% of July sales included some form of seller-paid concession, with a median concession of $6,000. We also have two important industry changes beginning to reshape transactions. On the financing side, Vantage Score 4.0 could change how some borrowers' creditworthiness is evaluated by examining a broader and more current picture of their credit behavior. On the appraisal side, new appraisal standards are beginning to roll into the industry. That makes it more important than ever to document the improvements, identify the strong comparable sales, prepare the property correctly, and always have a strategy before appraisal happens. But here's the number every seller needs to hear. Homes that sold without reducing their price had a median market time of only 12 days and sold for 98.4% of their original asking price. Homes that required a price reduction took a median of 149 days and ultimately sold for only 87.3% of their original asking price. Even more striking, out of every 100 finalized listings, 30 failed to sell and another 36 required a price reduction before selling. That means that 66 out of 100 listings were likely overpriced. So once again, the biggest takeaway is simple. Price it right from the beginning, don't chase the market. When you start too high, you don't just lose time. You lose buyer attention, negotiating power, and potentially far more money than if you had priced it right strategically from day one. Whether you're buying or selling, this market is absolutely navigable. But you need the right information, the right strategy, and the right team. Which brings me to my next announcement. I'm very excited to share with everyone that I've partnered with Yonder Real Estate. Super excited to share more about that in my next post, so stay tuned for more information. My name's Xavier Gordon, local realtor with Yonder Real Estate here in Asheville. I help people turn real estate dreams into reality. If you or your family or someone you know have any questions or real estate goals, please feel free to reach out anytime. Thanks again for being a part of my journey as a realtor. I hope this video was insightful and inspiring. Take care and stay blessed.